everyone. You're joined by me and my fluffy dog, Watson. Watson. Hi. That's Watson. I just jumped out of the shower, so you can probably tell that I'm slightly wet. I didn't get caught in the rain today, but the garden's looking quite nice behind me, so I thought I would sit in front of it and share my video with you. This topic, I was actually thinking about it in the shower. I don't know whether a lot of you actually do a lot of good thinking in the shower. I certainly do. And I was actually thinking about how much it is actually a bit of a struggle when people don't understand what you've been through or how it impacted you. And I guess for workplace bullying, people are usually either sympathetic but don't get it, or they just don't get it, so they don't choose to respond. And I actually found that excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. And I actually found that with people, even the people closest to me, if they didn't understand it or hadn't been through it personally, then they weren't able to, I guess, relate to what I was going through and what I still am going through. And let me know if this is true for you. But workplace bullying, the situation is kind of awful, but it doesn't stop once you leave that workplace, or once you go into the next one, or even 2 to 5 years down the track. You're still dealing with all of the trauma that this workplace bullying situation is kind of bumped onto you, and your brain still gets impacted by all of these different situations. And it is just that, it's trauma, and it takes a lot to be able to move through it and move past it. And we're all going to continue to grow, and we'll get better, and it'll be easier to deal with, and I guess our coping strategies will improve and help us improve our lives. But we're still not going to be able to kind of remove the workplace bullying situation from our past. And I think that's really important for us to recognize that it is trauma. It's likened to quite a severe trauma. I think I read a research study that likened it, the effects of workplace bullying, to childhood abuse. And it's those types of, I guess, studies that really shed the light on how detrimental workplace bullying is to our mental health and our ongoing health. It doesn't heal like we cut ourselves and we can kind of see the visible sign of healing and the scab, and that eventually goes away. It actually leaves a long-standing mark on our minds and our body, and we need to be able to find coping strategies that work well for us. Everyone's an individual, everyone's different, and that's kind of the way you need to look at your coping strategies to make sure that you can find ones that work for you and actually make a difference. It's all very well for me or anyone else to kind of sit here and tell you what to do, but unless you try them out and work out what works and what doesn't, and even just adapt ones that work for me, that kind of make it so that they feel good for you, that's what you need to do. Because the workplace bullying is getting more traction and people are understanding it more, which is fantastic. But the expectation of the victims to just shrug it off, walk it off, if you're in a new workplace you should be fine, that's not the case. And I actually found that firsthand. Being bullied actually opens me up for a higher potential to be bullied in my next workplace. And there's obviously lots of studies done to back this up, but it's so true. And unless you've lived it and experienced it, it's really hard to explain to other people, and for them to actually have a proper understanding of what you're going through and how you're feeling. That's, I guess, the struggle, and that's why you need to find people that can relate to you but also can kind of support you and help you move through it. That's kind of my take on it, and that's what I was kind of dwelling on and thinking about, because even though I have been out of my most recent workplace bullying situation for nearly 2 years now, I'm still not fully healed. I've definitely overcome it, and I'm making great strides, but I don't think we can all just kind of wipe it off and go, yep, we're fully healed, until we feel like we are, and until we can kind of move through. And I foresee that I'm going to experience different triggers for the rest of my life, and I'm not going to be able to run away from that or pretend like it doesn't exist. I need to find my coping strategies, which I am actually pretty happy with, and I adapt them when I need to, but they're in place and I'm actually very happy. But I'm not kind of naive enough to know that, or to think that I'm not going to be impacted by the traumas from my past, from my workplace bullying situations in the future. So I just thought I'd share that one with you. It's just something that I've been kind of pondering and thinking about, and I really wanted to share it with you, and hope that it resonates with any of you. Let me know, because collaboration and I guess camaraderie is what keeps the world spinning. So that's all from me for today, but have a fantastic evening or morning, or whenever you're watching this video, and we'll chat soon. Thanks guys, bye.